madness. Hey, look here, right out the gate. First off, we got to give a shout out to my boy Coach Prime. We got to give that guy a shout out, y'all. Listen, Coach Prime give you your first D1 big boy job, and then the cycle looks like, just how the cycle been rolling, the cycle looks like you hop in, hop out. Hop in, hop out. You got, I really believe Coach Prime gave Nick Williams his first opportunity as a Power 5 head coach. Bam. He did 1 year. Relationships matter. Relationships matter in college football. And the relationships you have with different people. So, bam. You got Nick Williams headed up there to Syracuse with Fran Brown and Coach Robinson. Him and Coach Robinson, they like that. Bam, that made sense. They boys. All right, now, what y'all don't know is, because y'all probably ain't paying no attention, but in 2000, well, Coach Prime first year, I'm at Oregon. Because y'all know I was at about like 8 or 9 games, something like that. So I'm at every game you could think of in 23. Thank God for that. So while I'm at the games, one day at Oregon, I see Nick Williams, I see Gabe Lynn, and I see Vince Dancy. I see all 3 of them. So I stop them. I'm like, bruh, every game I done came to, I see y'all boys there. Like, y'all boys like that. I see y'all boys like that, man. Every game. Well, right out the gate, Nick Williams went and talking. Nick said, hey, these my boys. Hands down, these my boys. Like, hey, I rock with them, boy. So I like, okay, all right, cool. Because I think, I really believe all of them had just met at that January of 20, the December of 22. I think they all had just got together. So they all got together and bam, they rocking out. They good. They boys. So by the time I see them in Oregon, I'm like, man, hey, you know, eventually I want to get all 3 of y'all on, man. Well, we done had Coach Gabe on when he was a DB coach at Houston Baptist University. But I was like, man, look, I want to get y'all on. And they was just like, bruh, we rock. We like that. I like, all right, cool. Well, Nick Williams, first one of Coach Prime guys to hit it out of the pack. Then you see recently Gabe Lynn hit it out the pack. So it was only one left. Now, if them 2 boys done ventured on their own and they about to do their thing, you kind of got to expect. Now, see, y'all didn't know that. I'm giving y'all just a little inside information. One day when I have all 3 of them on, I might see if I can get them on this summer, man, or the break or something. Like, man, let me have all 3 of y'all on. Let's ride. Let's do one big show. But he was Coach Dancy was the last one out of the boys. Gabe, gone. Deuces. Nick Williams, deuces early. And listen, Coach Rob, the defense coordinator at Syracuse, and Coach Nick Williams, they like that now. So if anything ever shake, they like that. All right. And then if anything ever really shake, boy, you can see them. I can see them 3 getting back together. I don't know how to go down, but I can see it happen eventually. All right, cool. So that's the story on there. So when Dancy's name came up today, I'm like, well, it makes sense. They boys. One gone last year, one just recently left, and one today. Bam, all 3 gone. But have y'all realized Coach Prime has given everybody a real, true opportunity? So y'all didn't get to see the interview that, well, the Zoom call Coach Prime and I and a few other guys had. And I asked him what made him decide to hire Coach Phil Loadholt and Rob Livingston, because they had never had those titles before. And Phil Holt had been working different places, but he never had the official, I got my own offensive line group. Why nobody else took a chance on him? But Coach Prime don't mind taking chances on guys. I don't know what it be. He'll rock with you. Coach Prime will rock with you. Like, hey, let's ride. Hey, dog, let's ride. I'm with you, boy. Let's ride. I give you your first opportunity. Bam, they get it. They do their thing. Somebody else say, hey, well, brother, you had to get your experience, and you done got it. Come on over. Let's go. Come on over. Let's go. All right, bam. So that's how that's, look, you got, and Coach Prime making head coaches out. Hey, boy, you can say it how you want to say it, but Coach Prime, hold up. Coach Prime making head coaches out of people. Coach Prime got Sean Lewis. Yeah, he came off as a head coach, but he still left as a head coach. You don't have to leave as a head coach. He got Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis left as a head coach, San Diego State. San Diego State and Kent State are two different programs. I would be at San Diego State 1,000 days out of 1,000. Kent State, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Kent State, but I tell you, I'm going to San Diego. Oh, I'm going to San Diego. All right, cool. All right, so you got that going on. That's one head coach. Then you got the Jackson State head coach. He's part of Coach Prime's staff. He got the head coach's job. He just won the HBCU Celebration Bowl, which is the Black College National Championship. He got that. Give me that. Give me that. So Coach Prime got some winners now. Sean Lewis got to get it together out there. Then you have dog, what's my boy name? The defensive coordinator that left us, that just left the Arbor. Now he's the head coach. Coach Kelly. Charles Kelly. Charles Kelly is at Charles Kelly is at Jacksonville State. That was the school that gave me my my first ever D1 AA scholarship. And now they D1A. So they were AA when I went, but they 1A now. They 1A now. JSU. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go back and holler at them boys, cause they need some of my guidance, some of this information I got for them. I'm gonna have to drop that on them one day. I'm gonna have Coach Kelly. Hey, let me slide over there and holler at them boys. Well, I might have to do a Zoom call, cause unless they got like a private jet spot that I could go get to, cause it's like you gotta fly in, you gotta drive there. I like that stuff. I like to be there. All right, cool. So Coach Prime got 3 head coaches out there, y'all. The man got 3 head coaches out there. His coaching, the man ain't been coaching but 2 seasons at Jackson State, and 2 years at Colorado, and got 3 head coaches. Come on, boy. Prime, they want that prime juice. Give me that prime juice. Give me that prime juice. They want that prime juice. They want that prime juice. Boy, they want that prime juice. Now, that connection gonna go well. I'm gonna use the connection. Hey, I was there coaching Travis Hunter, boy. Yeah. Shador, all them. Boy, I could give it to you. All right, cool. Now, let's go back to the store. And then Coach Prime got coaches everywhere. But them my head coaches and then my other coaches that none left, right? So, at some point, go ahead and expect Rob Livingston to ride out. I think Coach Shermer gonna stay longer. I just do. I just do. But at some point, Livingston next. I don't know when Livingston gonna be next, but he gonna be next. So just get your mind ready. He might run it back one more. He might run it back two more. But he gonna eventually probably say, deuces. That's just what Coach Prime do. So, TC, won't God do it? Oh, the stuff I'm speaking for 2025, oh my goodness. Y'all better be dreaming with me. Dreams finna become reality. But, all right, so now bring it back to Coach Phil Loadholt. Him and the head coach at Mississippi State. Yo, you know what? Y'all probably don't even know the story about the Mississippi State coach. Let's run his story back. So Mississippi State coach, let's run his story. Like, do y'all know the Mississippi State head coach? This how the world's so small. Ooh, the world's so small. Do y'all know at one point in time, the Mississippi State coach, the head coach, was in Lakeland coaching college ball at Southeastern University. Why he was there? Because if you know who I want to say his father-in-law is, I think it's his father-in-law. I think he married into the family in this offensive-minded family. This is an offensive-minded family, boy. They're a game changer. But I don't really want to say their name because I don't know how the internet do by certain things. But I believe he's married into a family that is on point. Oh, father-in-law. Okay, the game. You know. All right. So after that situation with his father-in-law, somehow he ended up in Lakeland coaching NIA football. That is, to me, I think the lowest level of football. Yeah, hey, the game, you hit it right on the head. But I ain't going to say it because that is what it is. So he was in Lakeland. That's how small this world get, y'all. But see, him being here at Lakeland, he already knew all the connections he had and all the information he had. He was going to make it back to the top just because the names of who he connected to. He was going back to the top. He had to lay low, I guess. And then, you know, Southeastern is a private Christian school. So he got that painted on it. Paint that on me. Paint that on me, baby. Paint that on me. Paint that on me, baby. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with all that other stuff, but paint that on me. Paint that on me. So, bam, he done made it back to the top. He done made it back to the top. So that's probably something y'all didn't know. Man, I just be liking football so much, so I keep up with a lot of stuff, especially when it's here in Polk County. But I be watching ball to see how everything come out. So the Mississippi State head coach was right here in Lakeland at to me, the lowest level of college football. But we got nice. The school is nice. School top notch. But my boy was in Lakeland for one season. And then I think Lane Kiffin say, nah, I need you. So somehow I ended with Lane Kiffin, and they want to use that offensive mind he got. Listen, so that's honestly probably what's stopping his brother-in-law from getting a gig because his last name. I know that's tough, but that just kind of is what it is. All right, so that coach coached by 3 different schools with Phil Holt. Okay, I'm going to call him Coach Phil. Loadholt, Phil. Coach Loadholt. So he coached by 3 locations with him, right? But nobody never gave him the real gig. So you know how to say, well, you have to go get your real experience. So Coach Prime offered guys real experience. Maybe Coach Prime so cocky, he like, boy, hey, I'm Deion Sanders, boy. I can hire you. I'm Deion Sanders. I bake a cake, baby. Something gotta shake, boy. Hey, you better holler at me, boy. I put you on my squad. You gonna do what you gotta do. I put enough dogs around you to make you look good. So Phil Loadholt got his opportunity. Now it's off and running. Now he got that Deion Sanders step on him. Booyah! Boy, that Deion Sanders stamp hit hard. Prime. Prime. Got that prime on you. Got that prime on you. Prime. He ain't got that prime on him, right? So now, my boy in the SEC, it ain't no stopping him now. Ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the loose. So that boy got that prime stamp on him. He got that Coach Prime stamp. And now he got, look, hold up. They got the prime stamp. Then they stamped him with the SEC. Woo! That boy is him. He is him now. Hey, he is him. Like, ain't no going back from that. That boy good. Now, imagine Mississippi State should be better this year. They should be better. Because he done got his first year head coaching in. He done finally got it out. If I'm him, I don't know if y'all trying to mess up my phone, but I'm calling my father-in-law. Hey, put some eyes on my practice. I got to figure out how to get you some eyes on my practice. Because I need your eyes on my practice. Tell me what I'm doing. Because we got to run the SEC. We got to run it. We done gave Lane Kiffin a little bit of juice on us, a little bit of juice, but I ain't give him all the secrets. And your son done worked with Lane Kiffin too, so he gave him a little juice. Well, your son might have gave him more. But hey, father-in-law, hey, put your eyes on me. Let me know if I'm doing it right. Cause I'm trying to pull a RG3 out here. So I think Mississippi State gonna eventually rise up. I think they're gonna rise up. All right. So Phil Loadholt him now. Like, he was already gonna be legit. I don't know why nobody didn't really give me his official chance until Coach Prime did. Now he official. Official now. Prime stamp, SEC stamp. It's a wrap. He coaching forever. Long as he want. Forever. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. So he coaching forever now. You can lock that in. He good. And he young. He 38. And well, he got to coach at least another 30 years or 27 years. Because he probably going to coach until he like 60-something. That just seemed like what people going to do. So he going to coach for a minute. All right, now you got Coach Dancy. Coach Dancy, now, you know, hey, I don't know if y'all ever, well, y'all done heard him talk. But, hey, my boy young. My boy made it up to be a head coach. My boy, also, once he made it up to be a head coach, Coach Prime said, man, you know what, boy, I like your style, boy. I can rock with you, ride out with me. Now, Coach Prime done said himself, hey, Dancy eventually gonna be a DC in the Power 5 or Power 4 now, and eventually a head coach. Now, Prime done said this out his mouth. I done heard him say this out his mouth. So now you got Dancy back in Mississippi. What? Cricket letter, what? You got my boy back in Mississippi, and you don't think he finna cut up? Two-step, go ahead, two-step, go ahead. Boy, y'all thought that boy had a fresh fade out there in Boulder. Watch what that boy Mississippi fade finna look like. That boy back in the silk. That boy back in the silk. He gonna know all the spots. He gonna know all the spots. I'm talking about all of them. Like, hey, coach, what dog you need? You know what? They gonna have to pay Dancy even more. Dancy, get this money, boy. Y'all know Dancy don't coach one position. That boy coached 2 positions. Dancy, at least on what I read, coach DNs and outside linebackers. I guess they the tweener stage. They the tweener stage. So, Dancy him. So I know the coach saying, hey, bruh, go do your thing in Mississippi, boy. Go bring in the dogs. Go get them. Ole Miss. My boy Lane over there think he recruiting everything. Show him what you got, man. You got the SEC stamp on you. Fire. You got that prime stamp on you. Fire. You got that native of Mississippi stamp on you. Fire. Boy, that boy, hey, boy, you got all three of them in Mississippi. You the man. You got the prime stamp, the SEC stamp, and the native of Mississippi stamp. Boy, Dancy might be the #1 recruiter in the SEC. I'm telling you, my boy finna get down. That boy finna get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Boy, listen, man, it ain't no better feeling than a person going into y'all's. And Phil Loadholt, and I done talked to both of them. Phil Loadholt, I talked to him at the UCF game. Man, cool dude, solid, Dancy, solid. So now you got both of them. Done been there, done that. They gonna have that. They both got that mindset, man, I can get there, I can make it. So I don't know what their dreams are. I don't know if Phil Holt's dream is to be a head coach. I know, listen, I know for a fact Dancy want to be a head coach. Now they got that SEC stamp on it with that pride stamp. Boy, Dancy gonna be a head coach, y'all. He'll probably be defense coordinator next, maybe with Mississippi State. Lane Kiffin gonna say, Dancy. Nah, Dancy, you too hot in Mississippi, boy. Hey, Dancy, what they paying you over there, boy? I know you with your boy from Colorado. I don't give a darn about that. I got them ducats over here, boy. What you want me to pay you? So remember I said it. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, gonna have to make Dancy a defensive coordinator before you know it. Because the boy gonna be hot on the Mississippi streets, boy. Hey, boy, that money for the talk now. Dancy probably sitting back laughing, talking about, ooh, they done let me back in the silk in the SEC. What? With the prime stamp, the SEC stamp, and I'm from Mississippi? Pay up. Pay me like a defensive coordinator now, boy. Pay me like a defensive coordinator now. Matter of fact, put the assistant head coach on me, boy. I'm finna get my... So Dancy gonna be a DC, then a head coach. Now, I don't know if the SEC gonna allow him to be a head coach, because y'all know how the SEC be acting. We don't have that many off in there. It ain't like they just have a whole lot. So, I don't know if he'll get in the SEC, but I know he gonna get one. I know he gonna get one. I could keep going. That's much they gonna have to pay him. So, yeah. That's what it is. So, them boys finna do what they do, man. I don't know who we gonna get. I see people throwing little names out. I'm not. I have, y'all know me. I'm a wide receiver DB type of guy. So I go look for OCs and DCs. But I ain't really the type of guy that's finna go searching for your O lineman and your D lineman linebacker stuff. I ain't studying all that. So I tell y'all about that when I hear about it. But now if it was when Livingston officially leave one day, I ain't talking about this year. I'm saying whenever he officially leave, then I go tell y'all what I think defensive coordinators get. Now, hey, maybe Dancy ball out somewhere and Prime bring him back. Hey, but that's neither here nor there. So far as who gonna be our OC and our linebacker / DA coach, they could hire from within. They could hire George Hilo from within, and they could hire Coach George, the one that came from IMG for the O-line. They could hire from within. They could. But I don't know if that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying they could hire from within. But I'm telling y'all for a fact, you ain't got to worry about me searching for who no O-line coach is and who no D-line coach is. I'm not even going to, I don't be interested in that. I'm interested in D coordinator, OC, stuff like that. I look for stuff like that. But so that's what it is, man. I I think Dancy finna run up that ladder. So congratulations to both them boys. They finna be at Mississippi State. I guess it ain't like technically official, but it's getting reported that they hired. So I guess they pretty much out and make a whole lot of sense. But I wonder how they got to Dancy. Like, I could get Phil Loadholt, but I wonder if him and Phil Loadholt, they done got cool and they like, bro, hey, the Silk want me, boy. You want me to put a word in for you? So, I don't know, but eventually Dancy is going to be a defense coordinator. Eventually, he's going to be a head coach. Whenever Dancy become a head coach, head coach. Because it's going to be hard for me to watch him when he's a defense coordinator. But when he's a head coach, I most likely tune in to him to see what he's going to do. And if Nick Williams become a defense coordinator eventually, I'm going to tune in to see what he do. So, yeah. That's where we at, man. So, relationships matter. It is what it is. We probably got some guys on the roster. I mean, coaching staff that's already finna get put in place. That's what I believe gonna happen, but that ain't what have to happen. Coach Prime, listen, y'all. I'm finna show y'all what it look like, Coach Prime, right now. I think he probably got about 2 phones. God, dog. Hey, Ray, you gotta take them calls, boy. And text message. Bing, 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 bing. Now, gotta look at all the text messages. So coaches own him. They want to work for him. Everywhere. You gonna have coaches that, matter of fact, you got coaches that know coaches on the staff, like, bruh, hey, old boy gone. I could put a word in for you. I could put a word in for you. What's up? Bam, they done put a word in. Now, coach might say, you know what, let me check his resume. All right, now he done put a word in for somebody. Let me check his resume. Let me do some calls on him. Bye. All right, cool, we're going to rock with that one. So it's going to be easy for coach to feel it. Because everybody wants that. Everybody want to be on Coach Prior's staff, y'all. At the end of the day, if you see our staff popping off, pop, every year, somebody getting hired. Every year, somebody getting hired. So, it is what it is, y'all. And every year we get somebody hired, somebody coming in like, bro, let me get that. Let me get that spot. And I know they doing it. Because you either coming off a team that's not that hot, or you coming off a team that you want to get back to Colorado, or you coming off like you trying to make a name for yourself, like somewhere it is. So it is what it is. Blessings to them boys. I'm excited for them because now they get to go out there and do what they do. Right there at the crib. Y'all. And this is what college football about. College football is about, like Coach Prime has always said, he want to elevate his coaches. He want all of them to go do their thing. Whatever their dreams are, baby, come on, do your thing, perform for me, and do your thing, whatever you're trying to dream of. It is what it is. You got to get it. So, let me see what y'all talking about. I just had to give y'all that rundown. Because I know a lot of stuff I told y'all probably didn't know. Y'all probably, but maybe you did. You probably didn't know. You probably, Reginald Green, appreciate it. You said who you think Coach Prime might get to replace him. I'm thinking he might hire from within. George for O-line, the IMG coach, and George Hilo. That's right there on the squad. Everybody know everybody. You want to go where everybody knows your name. So it make it easy. But Who knows how he gonna do it? He might go that route. He might not. I know it's gonna be a lot of people trying to get to him and want to be on the squad. It's gonna be people saying, "Coach, coach, boy, I turn that offensive line around." But you gotta look at this. Coach Pat Shermer probably know a lot of people that can coach that old line. And AKA Pat Shermer used to coach the O-line. So it's however that thing want to go now. Coach Pride can make that thing work in a lot of ways. But we going to see how it go. Again, I ain't no offensive line type of guy. And no defensive line type of guy. So I'm not doing no researching on that. I'm only going to look them up when they say they hired. Expected to hire. I ain't looking for none of that. Now, if it was our defense coordinator, offense coordinator, now I like that stuff. I'm going to go look for that. But I ain't looking for no O-line and D-line, y'all. I just won't. I just won't. That ain't my cup of tea. That's why when I ask you out my business partner all the time, bro, what that O-line, D-line look like to you? Because me, I'm looking at the wide receivers and DBs, quarterbacks, running backs. I ain't really studying that line stuff. Jenny, JB, P. Smith, King, you say we will be good on 2025. No worries, Coach Prime will get better. Oh, yeah. We all, hey, Coach Prime, listen, we going to get somebody. And, hey, now, maybe Nick Saban hollered at Coach Prime and told him, hey, bro, hey, they going to come get your coach, especially when you're winning. So take that for what it's worth. Just always have a guy for that guy, and a guy for that guy, and a guy for that guy. Like, you got to have some guys ready. So, based on what Coach Pryor said, that boy should have about 4 or 5 linemen ready. He should have about 4 or 5 positions ready. Only people ain't leaving, like that will never probably leave, is Coach Hart, Coach Mathis. They been rocking with him. And some of the guys behind the scenes, they've been rocking with him. From, like, a long time. So, they like boys, so they ain't going nowhere. That's like if my business partner had a gig, I probably be with him. I probably be where he at, but it depends. Because if in the cold area, boy, hey, I ain't about all that now. Jenny, you say, how are we going to build anything if people keep leaving? Because the main source there, the unicorn is still here. Now, Colorado is still the Colorado we going to watch. Because the unicorn there. Once the unicorn decide to hang it up or decide whatever he decide, now then we'll have to all figure out what we're going to do. So I guess you got to get stuff in place now. Got to get your house in order. Oh, do it right away. Platinum, what's good? You said who is the strength coach that's left? Now we got a strip coach leaving? Yeah. Don't listen. We had one go to the Panthers. Then we had one go somewhere else. And we had one go to the Vikings. NFL guy going to the Vikings. God dog, boy, they getting up out of here. Getting up out of here. They getting up out of here. But hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. That just come with it. That come with it. That just come with it. That just come with it. Come with it, come with it, come with it, come with it. So, y'all, at the end of the day, just look for a rotation. It's going to rotate. I ain't really tripping. It's going to rotate. That's just how we going to do. J Smooth, Penny, what's good? V Smith, you say what time? Hey, Prime ain't playing. Prime is going to pull in those dogs. Correct. He going to get them. He going to get them. King, you say, I like Mo. But he better amp it up for 2025. Conditioning need to be hard and elite into it. Yeah, but I think that's a mixture of everything going on. The play calling, the talent. It's like a whole thing. But I get it. I get it. Eric, you say, don't just wish for Dancy and Lord the best. Maybe life, professional, and personal reason behind. Oh, well, it don't matter why they left. Like, it is what it is. I know this business. They gonna ride, baby. Yeah, so none of that matter. None of that matter. Like, he gonna do what they do. Every man gotta do what he do. Every man gotta do what he do. Hey. Every man gotta do what he do. Hey. DJ H, you said Coach T got hyped by the, ooh, well, that prime going strong, boy. And I can't say it's all prime, but it's happening on his watch, so it's, hey. Triple L, you say, bro, it's hard to do anything in the Power 5 coaching and players league. Correct. Them boys, Triple L, they be getting it. Getting it. That thing a revolving door. Let me see now. MP, you say Dancy wanted to go back home, Mississippi's home. Yeah, all day. Mississippi boy. Mr. R, you say bravo to Dancy, again, elevated again. Well, I think it's it's elevated to the SEC, if you mean that, but I think it's the same position, but he might be adding more. But going back to the crib, you can't beat that. Hey, you can't beat being at the crib. Now, till you say, I wish the CU football seniors can play one more year. Nah, they NFL ready. Well, whoever make it. Double D, you say Pat needs to go. Pat gonna stay now. K-Bell, you say, I love this opportunity for them. Coach Prime knew that they would happen. Yeah, they probably be hollering at each other talking. Matter of fact, you got to talk to them. You don't want to do it, and they don't know, so yeah. Hey, Tate, be handy. Northside, you say you think the bag was better opportunity? Well, it is the SEC, and I'm pretty sure the SEC got that cash. So, yeah, now, for Danzy, I know it's probably a pay increase, but he going to the crib. So, he was going to win anyway. Phil Lowe, I'm pretty much saying, I know the SEC got that. SEC got that cash, so. Because I remember one year, Nebraska was giving their coaches up under a defense coordinator and under offensive coordinator, about 300 to 600,000, something like that. So, yeah, them boys finna get that bank now. Get that bank. The Buck, you say they couldn't take our recruits, so they threw the bag at our coaches. Well, you never know now. You never know how close they were with them players. Nah. Hey, I don't think none of our players gonna leave, but you know, hey, if your relationship that tight now, you might dip. When that relationship roll like that now, them boys might leave. So I'm not saying they are gonna leave. I'm just saying we don't know how tight they are with the recruits. And we don't know what Mississippi State looking for. So it just all depends. But they already recruiting class of 26 and probably some of 27. So they got their eyes on stuff that they done seen already. And then the Mississippi State coach got his eyes on stuff they seen. Now they say, let's mix together and let's see what it got. Let's go. So they might run into the same recruits going forward. Let me see where I'm at. GT, you say he did build up some talent. He did, man. Hey, that's why I asked him at the beginning of the year, not the beginning of the year, right before fall camp about to start. Like, coach, bro, what made you hire them boys and they ain't had no stamp on them already? I guess whoever told him about him, he was down with it. Like, look, y'all ain't got to have that type of experience. I got you. You got to have that Power 5 experience. I rock with you. So I like how he doing it. New Orleans, you said Coach Prime has coached and players waiting in line. Correct. Yeah. Let me see. D, you say Loadholt has a connection to the Mississippi. Yeah, he do. Benjamin, you say Livingston probably gonna get the guys he wanted up on them. Possibly. Possibly. Because it still got to go through Coach Prime. Shine King, what's happening? C. Mitchell. Ramona J. Ed, what's happening? Reginald Green. KM. You said Livingston staying, right? Yeah, he's still staying, but I'm assuming he going to give us another year or 2 seasons, 2 more years. Like a total of 2 or a total of 3. And then I think somebody coming for him. Jay Ross, you say you think Livingston next. I do eventually think he next, not this cycle next. Now, the NFL hasn't finished their season. So, who knows? The NFL hasn't finished their season. I put it like this. I doubt George Hilo would go back to the NFL other than as the defensive coordinator. He ain't going back as no position coach no more. He over that. I ain't going back as no position coach. I left as a position coach. I'm coming back as a grown man off in this thing. So, he probably going like that. Ben, they probably prepared a whole month for us. Jay, you say when Sherman offense is clicking, they can score 50 points a game. All I want in 25 is to dominate every game, offense and defense, score on the first 5 or 6 drives every game. I'm good. And tote that thing, do everything we need to do. Terry, you say Coach Prime needs some big country fed old linemen from the states like Iowa, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Colorado. I get it. I think sometimes you all the way the cycle going now, you got to get them hot and fresh. You got to get them hot and fresh. So Jordan Seaton gonna end up a first round guy, and he'll be one of our guys we fed all the way up. I don't know how many guys gonna be like that. I guess the top tier guys will be out of high school. Yeah, because we only get top tier. So, yeah, our top tier guys. Say not, you say Prime need to hire some assistants that aren't looking to jump ship after one season. Well, Dancy gave us 2. But Dancy head back to Mississippi, you couldn't miss that. Phil Loadholt going back with somebody he been with for like 3 different locations. Yeah, that's going to be hard to beat too. So, both of them was hard to beat situations. And anybody off his first year staff, to me, was get and go, get and go, get and go, get and go. Everybody on this 24 staff that's more of a thought-out process. So, yeah, that's more of a thought-out process. Now, I don't know who the new OC going to be. I don't know if it's going to be inside hires or outside, but I'm pretty sure if I'm Coach Prime, the only guys I ain't never got to worry about leaving me because they rocking with me. They like my brothers is Mathis and Hart. Them pretty much like brothers. They not going nowhere. Everybody else, it's a possibility that they could always leave. So I would have maybe my top 3 and my top 3 after that, and maybe a top 3 after that. So I have like 9 guys ready at each position. I know that sounds wild, but you never know where everybody gonna be at on their journey when something jump off. The game, you say Seaton gotta show you he can beat better linemen. He'll get there. This was first year. Miss Beverly, you say, why don't they hit each other at practice? They probably did. They just probably went through it. Virginia, you say Thurman left, so really no one is a lot. Thurman went with him since Thurman wasn't with him back in them truth days. I'm talking about Mathis and, at least I don't think he was, Mathis and Hart. They've been with him for a while. I think they like brothers, pretty much. Miss L. Yeah, he could get some of them too, but the Samoans most like West Coast guys to me. We ain't really West Coast. K-Bell, you say they will get some from JUCO if the rule is true. Yeah, they're gonna get some from everywhere. Mr. Nelson, you say I love Colorado, but the only problem I have with them is they don't hit in practice. They get it in. I think Coach Pryor probably. Nah, they get it in, but I think they do it more like the NFL. I think. Don't quote me on it. I think. RB, you say I believe these coaches are only getting a chance to amuse. If he was not in the Power 5 and hired them, he definitely lifted them up to it. Yeah, well, it looked good on his resume. Everybody that come with him, they go get good jobs. It ain't like they getting them sorry ones, so they good. Ben, you say that JUCO rule? Well, you just got to come with it. Now I think a lot of players that used to go to the big boy schools, like a whole lot of them, like 20 worth of them, ain't going no more. You might get 10 of them go, or maybe 15. Then the other ones got to hit another school or go just a tad level down, shine, and then make they come back up. G96, you say they'll be better next year due to no one has to be catered to. Hey, well, I tell you this. Coming into 23, we had to put together a team. Hey, let me get. In 24, we said, well, hey, we ain't got to do that this time. Let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get that. So that's what they did in 24. In 25, I believe it's even more better. Hey, we're going to go after them 2 guys. We're going to go after them 4 guys. We're going to go after them 3 guys and them 2 guys. We get them, we solid. That's why I think we at 9. So this team going to have more of a continued bond. I just think now they're going to be just grabbing guys as needed now. Southern, you say our uphill battle will be to get a solid line. Yeah, that mainly. That's what that's really the only thing separating us from balling. We need that O-line and D-line that's straight dogs. I'm talking about NFL just like they talking about our O-line all day. Like they moving mountains. D-line going to get them. We need that. When we get that, we'll be good. Don't touch 2. What's good? Ohio, what's happening? SM, you say Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. I think Ed Reed want a head coaching job bad, and especially seeing Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson get his, plus Ed Reed messed his up. Yeah, he want one. And then you heard Ray Lewis, he wanted the FIU job, he wanted the FAU job. I think Ray need to get somewhere and coach. But he probably saying, well, Vic and them ain't coach, and Deshaun showed they coach. So we gonna see how this thing go now. Maybe this is not a trend because they did it back in the days too with NFL players coming head coach. But hey, let's cook, girl. You said Travis is signing with Lil Wayne's. Yeah, I had already knew that. Yeah. I heard about that. Pitt, what's happening? It must be another Alabama team because they just hired a coach, a former NFL guy. Yeah, they got a former NFL guy. Ted, but he was coaching. See, that coach was coaching in Alabama at Miles College, I think, which is an HBCU, and just went up to Alabama A&M. So I think that's a good move by them. Ted, you say that wasn't Sherman's offense. That was prime offense, same as Jackson State. They always say they mix and match to make it fit Shador. So Now we got it's a fresh, clean slate. How they gonna run it? It's a fresh, clean slate. You got a quarterback, KS from Liberty. Then you got another quarterback that Coach Prime says is like a Shador. So, hey, we're gonna see how that thing shake. Now, I seen one season where Coach Prime didn't have a Travis Hunter or a Shador. He was still winning. He didn't win like he wanted to, but that when Coach Prime going to get what he got. Now, hey, and then y'all gotta think, Coach Prime had 2 amazing seasons at Jackson State. We just had our first at Colorado. I'm expecting a second. I'm expecting an amazing season second. I just feel that's how it's gonna go. I honestly do. So that's what I'm waiting for. Tony, you said Coach Prime need Aaron D. Javon. That would be great information for him to learn from them, but Aaron Donald and Javon Curse, but you don't know if they want to do that. They have to kind of hit you up and say, hey, that's what I'm trying to do. WD, you say they get exposure, Prime gives, and they build off that and move on. Prime elevated his staff, and people benefit off of it. Use his shine and climb. Well, you gonna do that in the process anyways, but yeah, the spotlight is on you. I'm talking about on ya. I'm just waiting to see eventually, not now, eventually, where Rob Livingston go. I think he will be a defense coordinator in the NFL eventually. Now, anything could jump off this year too now, but because the NFL ain't done. Y'all know the NFL like to get done and then do all their hiring and all that stuff like that. So, side note, NFL, Aaron Glenn, a DB that I used to like watching, lock that thing down. I want him to get a head coaching job. But he say he ain't tripping if they won't give him one, because he say he want the right situation. The man, you say, I think that's just Twitter talk. Some of that stuff be Twitter talk. People be putting that, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about? So nobody really don't be knowing. Nobody technically don't be knowing. Unless Coach Prime put it out there. Chad, so we're going to lose our recruits on the offensive line. I don't think so. But you never know how they gonna personally feel. But truth be told, Coach Prime is the unicorn. So they're going for the unicorn, which is him. But also, they did build relationships with the position coaches. So, like Juju to me is mainly there because of what Coach Prime did with Shador. That's the only reason why I believe Juju is there. Because he's seen what Coach Prime did with Shador. His pop seen what Prime did with Shador. So he like, hey, do it with my boy. Pitt, you say the BYU lineman, hey, what 92 had me hot. I seen 92 told the Raiders Scott, hey, don't scoop your boy out. I can tag team with old boy and we'll dominate. Hey, they putting that work in P5. You say, isn't that what life's about? Yeah. Moving on up to the east side. Yeah. It's all about that. It's about that come up now. P, it's about that come up. Yeah, it's about that come up. Come up, baby. Come on now. Come up, baby. Come on now. Come up. Come up. Yeah. It's about that come up now. WD, you say, do I have any idea about the incoming O-line coach? Not at all. But I would believe they would possibly look inside with the guy George. And then for the the defensive side, George, both Georges. George Hilo and George, the other George, for the offensive line coach from IGM. I think they would look to them first. I think. But you got to think, Coach Prime phone. Hey, y'all. And then I love the way Coach Prime interview. Coach Prime got a way he interview. You got to break that thing down. Now, everybody can give you the love and tell you the guy. But Coach Prime got a thing where when he break that interview down, because he was so talented in the NFL and so smart and worked so hard that he know what you need to do. So, yeah. Hey, Coach Prime gonna have you break that thing down. And you can break that thing down. You will make that squad. You will make that squad. Hey, B, what's good? Let me make sure I not seeing everybody. Hey, Max, you say, is the trend for black NFL ex-players to coach as head coaches at the college level? I ain't gonna say it's a trend, because you know black coaches don't really get the same opportunities like that. But in the HBCU, yeah, that it was a trend back in the days, and now it's back again. Well, I don't think it ever left. Them NFL guys that played ball that was in HBCU, they going to get the jobs. But now you have it since Coach Prime put that celebrity name out there. Not coming from the HBCU. Like back in the days, I think it was HBCU NFL guys. But now I think it's unicorn guys. They want a unicorn or a big boy name. Like, hey, like Delaware State. They like, hey, man, we way up there. Northeast. East side. We got to make something shake. Who you going to get? Deshaun Jackson. That's going to get some people attention. Like the Alabama A&M coach, he's going to get attention, but not like Deshaun Jackson and Mike Vick. Like, them boys going to get them names. Like, I expect them to get ballers to come in. I just don't know how it's going to play out. Truth be told, you say they trying to do everything that they can to hurt Coach Prime in his program. Well, I ain't going to say that. Some of the stuff lining up. Like the guys that left, they went back to opportunities that they probably dreamed of. Like Coach Kelly. His situation is so blessed because he went back to Auburn. I think he played there or was coaching there. And now yet in Jacksonville State, not the one Coach Prime coached at, the red and black school. Excuse me. They're in Alabama. So with him being there, that makes him look that much better. LT, you say Eric Bellamy? He could. But I think he got on with somebody already. Then Dancy going back to the crib. Nick Williams going with somebody he know. Loadholt going with somebody he know. So it's kind of like, it ain't like they technically leaving for anything. They leaving for crib, going back to the crib, or somebody they was like this with. Like, boy, hey, I get a job, I got you. Like that. So, but Coach Prime, it is guys Coach Prime giving that D1 opportunity to, though. They might not have had it. INQ, you say Bill Belichick or whatever is part of that trend. It's not just black. Bill Belichick just want to coach. He like, hey. See my mouth ain't moving? I ain't really moving my mouth like that, but I want a next coaching job. I'm gonna coach ball, whether the NFL hire me or not. I'm coaching ball. So yeah, that's what he doing. Ms. E, you say I believe being at Colorado, coaches and players will always be uphill battles before something can get started good. You really can't say because you just don't know how it's going to play out. Like somebody might get there in love Colorado and they gonna ride out. They ain't dipping. Somebody else might have certain situation that make them leave. Like Gabe left. Gabe wanted a coaching spot. Now he got one. So he had to go. Gabe had to go. So you get that. So that's basically how it is, y'all. Hey, look, y'all. Blessings to y'all. Yeah, Regina, you know I gotta give it to him. Blessings to y'all. The new year about to come in. Oh, tomorrow I'ma head over there to the O. I'ma get y'all some one-on-ones and everything that's going down over there in the O. I got y'all at the Under Armour All-American game. You know, Juju there. Gibson supposed to be there. London supposed to be there. I think Smith supposed to be there. I don't know. All the Colorado boys, I'm gonna go holler at them, man. I'll try to get them on. Hey, blessings to y'all. Hi.